so tonight sorry. This Obama detention too. So attaining the detention, the blissful realm, Amitabha Pure Land. Detention too, but then it was elaborated and also so the long life pill and long life nectar, the end. So long life initiation control arm is done and elaborated. So that so I received this from Church General, from whom His Holiness Tenzin received many initiations and then also Wang Junru Tengwa that received in Tibet from another Lama. Also so I took the idea is a good intention which to propagate that initiation that Deputy Ratur which had before but never requested. So which passed away a long time ago. So the Giluba doesn't have that. In India didn't have it. But in Tibet only the Laran was one geshe, one old geshe had 50, but not all the rest. So so the idea is I sponsor. So requesting then because I received initiation much early before from Church, also from whom His Holiness to the Satya Lamde teachings, the initiations and from His Holiness Church. So received, I think maybe 2 or 3 times, each time maybe 10 or 15, something like that, in Nepal about that. But didn't get to continue with didn't get to continue. Then later, become all age aspect, and then maybe receive one in each year or something. But did promise, but didn't happen to rent from my side, so it was passed away. For the sentencings and that should benefit all. So then I received initiation from His Holiness Tenzin with the Lama Ishi, who took care of me for many years. I had an idea maybe to ask the 13 Golden Dharma from His Holiness Tenzin. So didn't recite, but thought like that. So I asked His Holiness Dalai Lama. So His Holiness said, well, why not? Just that. But so I did request and received, but didn't receive 3 things. One is Kurukuli, one is the Ganapati, one is the Togyal. 3 at once and didn't receive because it was kept very secret. But of course I received His Holiness Judge, but I received his own such a second century, which was in the last century in Tibet. Not actually teacher, but helping the education. But in India, which took commentary of the Lamb of the Path during last winter, and maybe, I don't know, one initiation or not. Something tried to another commentary also. Like that. So I received from his owners 7th century, which Suga Jatsa and Rinyu Jatsa, that's hundreds of initiations. Grant very quickly in the Kakapon. So, but there was a need to take initiation again from his own side. Which the Ganapati I received already, but there was need to receive again. So then that was the first initiation. Then kind of start like that. So it's not regard very secret, so don't give to public, so something like that. So received Ongjen Ritangwa from Rinpoche, the ones that initiation that Glupa has, that Rinpoche didn't give it, but only the ones, typical ones are Glupa doesn't have it, Rinpoche gave as sponsor, they can sort of put the other lamas and the geishas and things like that. And so the I received this initiation from Jabse Kathar Sona Secret Church in Rinpoche. So Rinpoche gave in Boston. So I flew from California, from Butler Center. From there, I went around to Boston. Rinpoche was there, and Rinpoche gave on the chair. This initiation you don't give from throne, sit on throne. Why? Because Rinpoche, this initiation was given to Rinpoche by Rinpoche, the head of the Nyingma sect. Rinpoche, he gave. So when he gave, probably he received this initiation by sitting on the chair by his guru, whoever it was, sitting on the chair. So there was some auspiciousness, auspiciousness, I think to go to Pure Land, Amitabha Pure Land, something to, I guess, maybe similar as a Metteyya Buddha, the one standing, not completely standing, but the one holy feet down. So I think, so that's sort of auspicious to, you see, to, yes, kind of, to go to Pure Land, Dushita, so easily, sort of some auspicious for that. I think so. I think might be something similar like that. I think so. Rinpoche gave just to me, Boston, on the chair. So that Rinpoche explained. Judge to him, which gave the initiation by sitting on chair. So that's what is the research. And so, okay. So. I will have forgotten the original story from the sutra. The Buddha's name. Anyway, the Amitabha Pure Land, that's the that's unimaginable, the whole thing, the unconceivable, unimaginable discovery. Beauty, the enjoyment of them. But you see, it's not a devil realm. It's not devil realm. Not like that. World God, Deva, Asura, Deva. You see, the most developed country in the world, you see, that's nothing compared to Deva realm. That is extremely primitive. For human being, it's the most developed, but for them it's extremely primitive. So it's hardly anything else compared with them. This not Pure Land. This the sons. Yesterday, Sura, Asura, 6 realms. Samsara. They are the realm. That's that. Unbelievable. So the Kasure. So, it's all didn't come from didn't come from its own side. It came from mind. For example, this place where we are. How it appears to the human being is what we see. What appears to us now, here, green with green trees, flowers, and clean and kind of like that. We see. The house and so like that. Well, that's what appears to us and what we see. For our mind. But for the predators, they don't see this. What appears to us, what we see, the hungry ghosts, predators, they don't see this. For them, it's kind of very, very, very ugly. They don't see green field or green trees, or that don't. That's all. Even that's a tree, but it's a log of trees burned by fire. In the rock standing, so very sad, very depressed place, and no green. It's a copper place, and it appeared to them, and they see the copper place. Even the moon is hot for them, easy for the predators. So that they're hot, burning, hot, very hot, copper place. So that was that very depressed place. You see where we are now. This how it appeared to predators like that. It's come from their mind. They don't have a merit karma. They don't have karma to appear and to see like we see. Kind of nice, beautiful, but they don't see. They're now devils. In their view, this what appears to us, what we see, this kind of very combat devils. And then what appears, what they see is unbelievable slash dimension, incredible, jewel slash dimension or something unbelievable to the merit, to the karma. So they have more karma, more good karma. So they create. So it's the result of the past merit what they planted. So due to the result, then they have such like that appearance, and this is how they see. So we don't have that. We did have a collective merit, but only what appears to the human beings, and say. What do you see? Yes. So like that. So one bowl in mathematical teachings, one bowl liquid. So when the present being, for the present being, it appears passing blood. Don't have merit to see water, to appear water, to see water, but we have karma. More merit to appear water, to see water. But about devas, and it appears nectar, and they see nectar. Not nectar what Buddha see, what appears Buddha, not that one. That is due to, that what appears is, the most pure nectar, the infinite bliss, non-role, emptiness, then what appears to Buddha, what Buddha sees like that, and with the experience like that. But so, by seizing the not gross subtle obscuration, no dualistic mind, no dualistic view. So, because that, so there was there's some kind of being. So, but then come back to us then. They see, because for the time being, there was so much merit, more merit that they have. So while they're experiencing that, enjoying that, then they appears nectar, and they see nectar. All like that, you see. But much more incredible, much more sensual pleasure than much unbelievable. Yeah. I mean, 100,000 much more. Pleasure or things like that. So there's all to do with the coming from mind. Coming from the mind. So we have to understand the science, the evolution, the creation of mind, how everything came from the mind is like that. The creation of mind came from mind, created by mind. So like that. So this way, Buddha's teaching. Then you see the explanation like this, and they're very scientific. So therefore, in Buddhism, you see, it makes you realize how we are so fortunate. Unbelievable freedom we have. It's up to you. See, what do you want, hell? What do you want, enlightenment? What do you want, samsara? What do you want, nirvana? What do you want, problem? What do you want, happiness, every life? It's all totally up to your mind. Totally up to your mind, in your hand. Totally, it is in your hand. You see, you have to know that. You have to know that. Buddhism teaches that. And she gives that logical understanding. Logical understanding, not just blind faith. Logical understanding. So it was very scientific. That you see, so like that. You see, you relate to the experience, not just blind faith. Not just. You don't just have to believe, but very scientific, that we proved. So their experience. So more you learn Buddhism is that you realize you have more freedom. You have more freedom in your life. So So not difficult to achieve enlightenment, not difficult to achieve nirvana, not difficult to achieve happiness. So it's totally up to your mind, how you use your mind. And if you think correctly, if you think a positive way, then you achieve happiness. If you think a negative way, you have suffering. It's just the same day, same hour, same minute, same second is like this. So question, if you think in the wrong way, yes, suffering. If you think a positive way, correct way, but yeah, so the happiness. All like that. Happiness to you, happiness to others. All like that. So no need to depress. No time for depress, no space for depress in your mind. More you learn the Buddhism. So like that. That kind of nothing exists from its own side. Nothing exists from nothing is there existing from its own side. Nothing there. It's all created by mind, temporary mind. So therefore, you see, what do you see, good or bad? What is all depends on how you think. You see, if you think in a positive way, you see good. If you think in a negative way, you see the negative way, wrong way, then you see suffering. So you see undesirable. So like that. Many times, So usually that's how it is. That's how our mind creates. That's how our mind creates. For example, as I said, so you see how it is created by your mind, came from your mind. The appearance, good and bad. So you see, you interpret positive, good, that's good. And then you see your mental level of everything. One thing that first. So in the past, you see, you think got a positive way, virtual way, so you get good karma. So as a result, then now you see, after desirable or beautiful form, beautiful sound, beautiful smell, good smell, beautiful smell, beautiful, good smell, good taste, and so the six sense objects are good, and then what mind thinks also good, six senses, good. You see, how you got that? So the result of past good karma, which is created by your mind, not created by God or Buddha or not, you see, by your mind, positive mind, is in the past. So that totally came from your mind. So that kind of thing. Then other one is for example, the Buddha said, you see, chunam senji chebade, senji zoshi mundudro. The phenomena is created by the mind. Chunam senji chebade, senji zoshi mundudro. How then senji zoshi mind is the principle. Mundudros, that goes before the action of body and speech. And that can be said also mind too. So if the action of mind, but there's a motivation before that. As called this, that example, called the Samsung Tonani, missing channel, Mita. They were just down there. Religious tradition, so example. So called the Samsung Tonani example by with good heart. With good heart, to you see, with good heart, think about to benefit to that person, to cause happiness to that person. You see, so meeting China with good heart, then you talk to that person with good heart, for the motivation. Then you talk to that person, to help the person to benefit. I can the second tone and meeting channel the watches the dog. So after that, what comes as a result? Happiness. With a good heart, then you talk to the person. You see? Then what comes the result from that is happiness. Result happiness. And meeting channel the watches the so wherever the body goes, the dead and the shadow goes, you see. So that whatever there's a good karma, that's the result of happiness all the time. That is the example. Buddha, the heaps of Dharma, the Tsong said, Buddha, Dharma, Buddha, what's it called in the English? Dhammapada. So then, so that's the example. Then it's similar, Catholic, Shunam Simi Cheva, the phenomena is created by the mind. There's nomina, and the short nomina is phenomena is created by the mind. Sin the mind principle, the motivation, the mind principle, motivation goes before, and then sin the can they sing a tone, if by singing bad heart, singing bad mind, by generating bad mind. And then you talk to the person, like to harm that person or something, something negative. I don't know. Because they sing it on the meeting channel, if you talk to that person, and then it comes out from that, then suffering. Language is correlation. The example, then the Indian, Nepal, and so forth, those or the primitive countries. Then we see the use animal to use language. The ox, the had to carry the ox carriage. Then so such a heavy load, unbelievable irons and many pipes, irons, all the such a heavy load. Then had to pull out. So unless they can't walk, they can't stand up, or otherwise they get beaten all the time. They can't express. What they want. Somebody suffering and so forth. All the things they can't express, like human being can't express. So until they kind of couldn't get up or couldn't, so like that, they get beaten, Doesn't matter how much suffer, how much anger, does all that, tiredness. So, to answer the so that example was given. So that, so that can be next hour, next minute, you know, it can happen like that, the same day. But also billion, zillion, trillion, numberless eons between the cause and result of happiness, and the cause and result of suffering. Oh, negative karma is created, billion, zillion, numberless eons of truth, then to experience the result of happiness, the result of suffering. Oh, so that's could be minute to minute, but it could be hour to hour, minute to minute, you know. Minute before create the cause, suffering or happiness, then experience the result of happiness or suffering next minute. So like that, so create, came from your mind, came from your mind. Came from your mind. So, so happiness or suffering, whatever you experience, is created by your mind. You can understand, you take the cause. Not came from God or came from somewhere else or some other person or some other animal. No, it's from you, from your mind. To be understood, it came from your mind. You know? So a minute before, the hour before, in even the same day. But in this life, you know, then between many lifetimes, then billion, zillion, trillion eons, numberless eons between the cause and the result of happiness or sorrow. Like that. So came from your mind. The ten and virtue, whatever we experience in this life, ten and the suffering, you know. So I think we are all take one time. So I think you know, but maybe it's a good just for mental one. So this just to get idea, those who haven't heard, don't know, have heard, but you have to remember. But those who haven't heard, then must know that how it's created by the mind. Your suffering is created by your mind, negative mind. Your happiness is created by your positive mind. So important. That is the what. You see, that's how the Buddhism is scientific. That's how the Buddhism is so scientific. There are many thousands of religions, but often it says, when you compete with Western science, then what comes together, what comes together with the Western science is the Buddhism. This is so it comes to go through the Western science. So this as the scientific goes deeper and deeper, or that they're checking external phenomena, the mind, or that comes close with the Dharma, things like that. So that is one. So you can see that by learning Buddhism, then you know it is totally in the life, you know. It's in your hand whether you give yourself freedom, whether you don't give freedom to you, or whether you give freedom to you, whether you have freedom or not. So it's totally depends on to how you use your mind, how you use your mind, how you live your life, how you use your mind. That is the explanation how you live your mind, positive or negative. So that's what whether your life is living in the suffering constantly, what happens to that constantly, or the many hundred sufferings, problems, or you see your life is living in the renunciation, contentment, satisfaction, contentment, renouncing desire. Then you are living your life, your mind is living in satisfaction, contentment, and great happiness, peace. So like that, you see. That. So then I tell you one thing. On top of that is. Maybe I tell this. It's very important. On top of that, 디더 판을 맞으나 가양 손에 미쳐대. Don't remember the next word. The end or the essence is I just read the exact word from both chapter. Yada Paramahansa Kaya Suna Michede. So here conclusion that then so receiving harm from others to you undeserved. Because I harmed in the past. You see? So I harmed the past. So because of that result, now I receive harm. So I'm deserved. I'm deserved. It's not deserved. Therefore I'm deserved. You see? To accept. You accept. You accept. You see. So the conclusion there it says, so when you receive harm from others, then you see, I'm deserved by Bodhisattva Shendadeva said. So you see, according to self-cherishing thought, according to dictatorship self-cherishing thought, that, I can kill others, I can harm others, you can do anything, any harm to others, but nobody say even bad words to you. Not only cutting your body or even bad word, even one bad word, even bad word looking at you, somebody with the eyes, or bad word looking, you see, nobody, you say, go to your subsection door, nobody can harm me, nobody can harm me, even words. You see, that's what self-judgment is totally illogical. I can, Paramahansa, I can harm, kill anybody I don't like. I can do that. I can do that. You see, anybody, but nobody can harm to me. This is very illogical. You see, nobody can say any bad, even one bad words. This is very strange, very illogical. You see, you understand? Yeah. So this is what we every day. This is what we practice. I mean, myself, of course. So this is always what myself I practice. I can do any harm to others, but nobody can. Nobody put down me. Nobody can harm me. This was self-mind. So that's why. When you do that, then it's very illogical. Very illogical. So people don't like when you do that. People don't like. People hate you. You understand? So like Syria, like so many countries, the leader that think that then so much harm comes to your population, your country population, your world. As you have power, then you use the wrong way. Killed 100,000, so many 100,000 again. Your power, use the wrong way. One person use the power wrong way. Can you imagine? So many people die, suffer. Refugees. Then they try to escape away from your country. They get drowned in the water so many times in the ocean. The boat carries so many people, then they get drowned many times. Even recent time happened. This past week, some of them all that. So so you see, so look at, actually you see, sorry, I'm gonna talk in this, but you see it looks like this, looks like this. In the school, if there's Lamrim education in the school, you see when they were young, so Lamrim education, so you see renunciation to this life, renunciation to future life. This renouncement, desire to this life, renunciation, desire to the future life, samsara, future life, pleasure, samsara, pleasure, and the renunciation, then bodhicitta, and then emptiness, You see, if it is a kind of learned, taught, and practiced. Not just only intended to learn, but it's a practice. Even without tantra, just if the learn, then you become you don't create the cause of problem all the time. The cause of problem. See, even relating with the entities, so with the ignorance, you see, with that understanding, with that practice, you don't create, you see, living the life, by looking at everything, yourself, your action, your object, everything, samsara, nirvana, hell, enlightenment, everything, by looking at it empty, as it is empty, or by looking at everything, yourself, your action, your object, the whole thing then existing in mere name. So while looking at how the things exist in the mere name, so this way the belief appearing truly existent. Of course, we have that now until you become enlightened, except in the eco-postmentation. But you see, the wrong belief in that is completely interesting. That's completely true. So it's not there. You see, it's not there. So even effortful meditation, you see, so you don't have a strong intestine, there's wrong beliefs, so you don't create ignorance. So it helps to not create the ignorance. Interesting, that's the real. So then, other thing is looking at it, looking at yourself, you create yourself, draw yourself, your action, your object, sometimes even a health problem, happiness, health, enlightenment, happiness problem every day. By looking at it, all this appearing, existing from their own side. A real one, truly existing, truly existing and existing by itself from its own side. So real one appear all this as real. You see, what by using our everyday language. So real. Or then you see, not believing, not totally interesting, that's true, but you see, by looking at it hallucination as it is hallucination. Like for example, while you're dreaming, you see, they recognize, looking at the dream as a dream. While you're dreaming, instead of totally interested in that, real, when you're looking at the dream, at the same time, you're looking at the dream as a dream. Oh, nothing true. So even though there's a whole appearance from its own side, but you see, you have no belief, or you have no belief interest in that, you see. Totally, from your heart, totally, you see, this is a illusion, dream. You're looking at the dream as dream, so there's no belief at all real. Now exactly the daytime of your life. Exactly same like this. Looking at the hallucination as hallucination. Not interesting, really true, no. Looking at the hallucination as hallucination. Or looking at the dream as dream. Like that. So as you pass through the sand, which hits the light of the sun, then you look back. You know that you came from there. There's no water, but you know there's no water, but your vision of water is looking at the back through the sand, you know. So like that, you see. So that's what it is. So so like that, you see. So you're so for letting me, of course, daytime life is total hallucination, believing hallucination is real. Or that is a truly existing from existed by nature, something appear real, then you totally believe, this is real, real one. Then also you're in the nighttime, you're in a dream, this is real, this is real, until you wake up. For example, you become president of Singapore, in the dream, you become president of Singapore, or the president of America after Trump. You become Trump spoke last night in the United Nations. long time. With finish. So it was very interesting. I think at the same time in America, there's somebody, I don't know, said that Trump should change. Trump should be not president, and so there was a country he was going to kick out. But President Trump, this is what people think. Then he didn't resign from the job, and it was quite interesting. But Trump's not there. Trump was in New York in the United Nations meeting. So anyway, it was very interesting. So he talked a long time how he developed America. I think that probably might help to him to continue the prime minister, president. Yes, I think probably he may have a lot of things to do. Anyway, so yeah, you had dream like this after Trump you became president. You see, so I mean, you see, I think you really believe, or even dream. You see, that people you really dream and you really believe. Into wake up, you see. So when you wake up, of course, then not so. That was okay. All right. So yeah. So you see now. If the language was taught in the school and as the grown up, the children grown up, you see, sort of is a particular monks dance, the language taught and means to practice. You see, also the people. And so it's like that. If we taught in school, if they leave the practice, chapter practice. Then you see, they get free from so much problem of life, and they can help the world, bring so much peace, happiness, and the renunciation of the which is bodhicitta, without tantra, lama. Or they can help the world, so that maybe achieve. Now I remember the words during the tea time. One day, dark is Semchen la, then there was no bache. Teve Semchen, Sechi, down no jet, did you really? Oh, did I ponder Martin, Gayan Sun, and Nichedes? That's so important, so important. To write, you must write down in your diary book. Then you see, then when you especially when you have problems with somebody or the problems on, I mean, many hundreds of problems at the same time or one after another. So you see, I say, well, you see, so helpful. This it's a cause created by you, started by you, not from others, from you. But the others do to you is that because you first you create you harm to others first. The end of this was very, very important. Even we started, philosophy, very extensive, subject to truth and path of method of wisdom, the goal, Dhamma Kaya, Rupa Kaya, but you see, these basic things, basic practice, this is the learning, the basic things. If you don't, you forget. If you learn, but you forget. You don't remember everyday life. So then you create a cause. Then you create a cause many times, because numberless times. Is this life? The suffering you are, not only this life, but future life, hundreds, millions of times, on suffer. That's the result. So this, all this happens. So if you are studying very extensive subject, but you see the basic things about karma, those things, what is taught in London, you don't practice. You see, or then after sometimes something very bad situation happens to you. I didn't do anything. I'm good. I didn't do anything. Why it happened to me this? Why it happened this problem? If something very heavy problem happens, then you might think that there's danger, even though Buddhist long time ago. There. Yeah, this is in France, or that one translator for many years translated into Kashmir for make book and then they translate teachings into French language. So show her body is kind of shaped, kind of visual, kind of shape and something, but this suddenly changed. White fingers, kind of like that. You see, like my finger, like that. So you see. Become like that, body all change except the face, like that. You see. All this you wonder, why she doing the wrong? Life, you see, she didn't think well. I didn't do anything wrong. I didn't do anything wrong. Well, killing people or some like that. She must I didn't do anything wrong. Why this happened to me? So it's incredible, you see. I mean, the whole body changed, you see, you understand? So she was, how this happened to me? Why? I didn't do anything wrong. But she didn't think, from beginningless at birth, didn't think. From beginningless at birth, after now, life, beginning, not only this life. Life is not only this, from beginningless at birth. So you say all kinds of karma, you never know. All kinds of karma, all kinds of karma, all kinds of karma. You think only this life. So this one, I didn't do anything wrong. Why this happening to me? I remember she mentioned me quite a few times. So like that. Oh, so I said, I did anything wrong. Why did that happen? So that's so I start finish this subject, okay? Oh, so that also so you see there, yes. For example, relating to negative karma, the successful conduct, for example, the thought, the base sentencing, the thought and the action goal, you see. So the goal has you have done. So four things gathered. So complete karma, that the four things gathered, then it has a full suffering result, rebirth in the lower realm. For rebirth in the lower realm. So generally, also in the text, it's one eon. In the text, when you after you collect commutative virtues, non-virtues action. So then you see trial suffering result you experience in the human life. Then the Kashore, the possessors, well, I think I meant first experiencing the result of the cause. So it's very important to know that, so that you see your wife or your husband become competitive to you, not close heart, sorry, happy with you, close heart, happy with you. Not that. It's a comparative, always comparative to challenge to comparative. Then you see it becomes like that, and then kind of it becomes the situation kind of to separate from. It kind of becomes the cause of that, you know. When every time challenge or they kind of combat competition to doesn't get not harmonious, doesn't get along. So then I think the servants they under that or the people also don't get along harmonious. No, don't get along harmonious. No. Or then what's my problem with him? So then experiencing the result of the cause. So like that. Then like that happens. So usually we don't think we don't. Even we are Buddhist, but you don't think well related to karma. You don't relate to karma at all. Many times, a person who meditates is okay, but a person who don't meditate, your situation, what happens is bad, what the problem is, never relate to your karma. Always blame to others. Always created by others, done by him, done by her. Always blame to outside. And never pointed you, never you left out perfect. We are perfect, and all the others, always whatever problem happens to you, that even your Buddhist many years ago, so like that. So that's already experience results of the cause. So you have to recognize the learned teaching, what you've been studying, what you heard from the Guru, or you have to remember, you have to recognize. You see, I'm experiencing the results of the cause. This is from what next come or what I created in the past. So you have to recognize. Then you have nothing to complain to others. You have nothing to get angry to. You have nothing to harm. There's nothing to harm, angry, kill, beat in pieces of what body, nothing to harm, because you are a mistake. So normally we don't think that. So that's the experience of the cause. So the creating the ultimate cause, that you do again. Because habit of past life, you do again this life. For example, you do again. You see, creating the ultimate cause. Even you think eating, even you think it's bad, shouldn't do, but you see that actually uncontrollably that's again. So uncontrollably. Again. So that you see, each time when you do that, and then you are creating karma. So it goes on and on. Next life, there's hundreds of millions, thousands of millions, no end to samsara suffering. No end. You make your samsara, you make your suffering samsara, no end. Now you think the creation is the cause. Instead of stealing, even you know it's bad, but you do uncontrollably. I was told by some monks. I was told, even though you know it's bad, no shouldn't do, but you say uncontrollably do the stealing with past habit, the creating the simple cause. So this I'm religious conductor particular. All of that, you see. Then possess the result to the place where you're born or where you live. Dirty, filthy, very unhealthy, such a dirty place. So even 5 minutes we have to go through, we have to cross a lot of caca and experiments, but dirty, filthy, unhygienic. You see, even 5 minutes you have to go through is the result of your past life, things karma, sexual conduct, the possessed result, result of your past life karma. All like that. So I want to mention to you, Buddha's advice. Try to remember. So this is the essence. Buddha's teaching the essence. Gives a full idea. The shortcomings. I wrote in the card. I made a card and I wrote the mantra that I purify 100,000. Even with the next karma, the mantra is there. By just preaching the mantra. And then, then after that I wrote what Buddha said about karma. I wrote that. I made a card like this. But, yes, that's so important to put in the dining room, in the kitchen, So the karma is so important. The mantra each time you see it purifies 100,000 years in karma. So the download the Buddha said. So yeah, I hope I can remember that. So this, you see, the karma of your negative karma of your creating is a habituation of the past. So so then two things. So you see, by doing that again, it makes you to be habituated. Habituated. Makes you to rely on again negative karma. Makes you habituated in the karma, negative karma. So makes you do again. See, oh, the very bad habituation. Oh, that's so important. Bad habituation. Life to life, no end. No end is you are making suffering sometimes, no end. Oh, is it habituation again? So, again you depend on negative karma. You engage, you control, not interpret. You engage in negative karma again. You fall after negative karma. So three things again. So that goes on. So that can give you freedom from suffering. So that nobody is you who did it. So you see, therefore now all the problems, what happened in this life, what happened to you, including curable, uncurable disease you have, depression or anything. So everything, whatever happens to you, all the problems. So this is it came from you. All this just came from you, came from your mind. So you cause others, you harmed others. You come to harm the others. First, you harm the others. So now, all this problem happened. This life happened every day. There's a partner, Majan. For example, I gave the session of conduct. There's something came from you, all the result you experience. Now, it totally came from your mind, the negative karma in the past. So, but the Shinzai is saying, there's a partner, Majan. If you didn't harm to others like this, nobody will harm you this life. Nobody. Nobody will harm you. Oh, like that. So, the one Buddha was about to achieve enlightenment. Next long time, Buddha is going to achieve enlightenment in Bodhgaya. Then this evening, then 1 million Maharajs, they attack Buddha. You know, even mountain mirrors, all kinds, but that throw on him. So the bullets they throw, but they become flower to Buddha. They all become flower to Buddha. So there's no hurt to Buddha. There's no hurt. Even the Majita sent the crazy elephant to harm Buddha, but when the crazy elephant came from Buddha, the elephant was prostrate, was so humble, became so humble and respect Buddha. Oh, even crazy elephant. Therefore, Majita sent to harm the Buddha. That there is, there's no, Buddha has no negative karma that to receive harm. No negative karma, no obscuration, neither gross nor subtle, all totally ceased. So there's nothing to receive harm. So only become flower. You see, even the bullets, even the crazy elephant become like that. So humble, all like that, you see. It is said in Bodhisattva, Tata Senge Langchen to Judan Janam Tamjeta. So all the tigers and Tata Senge, the lion and the snakes and Judan, Tata Senge Langchen, Judan Janam Tamjeta. And the enemy, you know, all the things. Tamje Sunday, they go. They been wrathful, all come from your mind. It's your once your mind subdued, everyone subdued. You see, like Buddha, nobody can harm. Like Bodhisattva, like Buddha, nobody can harm. Even bullets become fly. So don't to do the mind. So if you have subdued our mind, and even in bodhicitta, and it become, you see, I'm not the world. You see, the Kazar Weber one abbot came to Losong who was an abbot in Tibet. So the Tibet warlords, and then he was an abbot of Baksa for a long time. So he had a cat. In his room. Cat sees mouse going back and forth, but cat is near the ex-abbot Losong to see. Cat was not running after the mouse. The mouse is running up and down and all that, but cat is sitting with the abbot nicely, you see. That, because cat changed mind due to abbot's bodhicitta. Due to abbot's bodhicitta, cat changed mind. You have to know that. You have to know that. Because then the cat doesn't harm mouse. Mouse going up and down. The cat is sitting there with control mind. See? So, okay, now that I finished. And now the third one, because I started, so. The next one, how things are created by your mind is because even right now, you see, all your things, all the things for you, all the things, what exists, it exists in the man name. Exists in man name. So, see, you see, as I gave you the example the other day, Amitabha, I think they know. They public as well, they talk. I think that, as I give you example, how the I is created by your mind. If you can remember that, it's the clearest, best example. So you can see how your I is created by your mind. It's your mind focusing on the 5 aggregates, you know. Then that same cognitive mind make up the name I, meaning which is the I. So nothing else exists, nothing else other than that. So it's exactly what it is, that. Existing mere name. So like that, all the phenomena, my body, my mind, my family, my brother, my sister, my child. So the whole thing about my enlightenment, my samsara, the whole thing is merely imputed by mind. Even though it doesn't appear to us and we don't see. We believe that everything is real. So you see, reality, everything exists in mere name. Just like how you create the I in the mere name. So everything exists in mere name. So that's the reality. So yeah, like that you see. Like this. Then particular days I mentioned a few days ago, Lama Tsongkhapa said, that ignorance is exaggerated and the nature of that. And then you see, the words that I said, then you exaggerate, after that you exaggerate, and then you see bad and good. You exaggerate, you see bad and good, interpret that. You made differences like that, you see. And they're also by merely imputing reality. So Baruch Hosei, it doesn't appear that way. So, you see, and then after all that, the attachment arises. On the attachment to the good one, and the anger to the bad one. It's a real good and real bad appear to you, and you believe 100%. So like that. So the whole thing is merely imputed by the mind. You understand? So therefore you see, So therefore that is to be understood how your mind created right now. So in the school, you say the teacher teaches you new that you don't know. So many things are taught by teacher in the school. And also when you take the Dharma class, when you take teachings, also Guru teach you. You see, so many paths to enlightenment called the Buddha Dharma Sangha, called the Buddha Dharma, called the Sangha, and this Sarvama Samsara, then they call the Sarvama Samsara, that way you can eliminate, blah, blah, blah. So you see, there are many things. So teacher gives you name, teacher teaches the name, then you believe in that. You see, you learn the name. You learn the name. Summer, the same school, summer, all that. You see, then your mind is merely input. And then your mind is merely input. For example, so on the blackboard, you see, there was a line, there was a line like this. Art, I mean, from your side, this is like this. So there's a line at the beginning of the blackboard, on the blackboard. You see, you don't say R. You don't say that there's R. Okay? It's just a line. Then a teacher or your parents or somebody introduce you, this is R. This is R. Then you learn the name from the parents or from the teacher. You see, learn the name. So as a teacher, then your mind merely input on that, depending, relating to that line, like this, so your mind merely impute R. So by learning from that person, then your mind merely impute R, relating to that line. You see, then your mind merely impute R. Your mind merely impute R. You see, merely impute R. So, you see, then impute and believe in that. Believe in that, relating to that line. Then you see, after that, after your mind made impute, believed that, then after that there appear R. Then after that appeared R, but you see, it's supposed to appear merely R. What R appeared to you should be merely labeled R, but you see, but of course that doesn't happen to you now. So next second it appears a real R appeared. Totally projection or the decoration by your ignorance, leaving some negative imprint from beginning to the birth on your mental continuum. So create that hallucination. So then the third second, then you see real R. Then you see real R there, on there. Real R there. Oh, you see the real R there. Like that, you see. So, you see, it's a mind, has a made imputed R related to the line, the design. But you see, the third second appeared as the real R is there, appeared. Then third second, you believe it's there. You understand? There. You have to know that. You have to know that. You see, yeah. You see, when your mind is merely labeled R, is that time there is not there. There is not there. You see, when your mind is merely impute relating to that design. You see, it's not it. But second and third, then you believe there. You understand? You have to know these things. So, whole life, you see, so right now you create, right now you see, everything created by your mind. You see, so all of that. So how things are created by your mind? So, okay, so this Buddha's teaching that overcome is so strong, the habituation, then the then three things in the future. Also in the future, you rely on Mingyao. Then you depend on the karma. Then the same karma, then Mingyao engage in the non-virtue. And then Mingyao just then you follow after that section. Then like this, and then you are making the suffering samsara endless. Just from the negative karma section, or the honor, then you are making suffering samsara endless. The future, you see, all that just related to one nirvana. Okay, so that so this is so important foundation for Buddhism. Okay, so I think going to say, I think maybe last time, I think I read on the show, I don't remember this, satisfying the mind of sentient being by Nagarjuna is on the basis of the teaching, Chulung, I think. Yeah, but it's commented by one great Lama. So then I received a room from his own Lama, but I don't remember 100% from the Lama to come true or not. So that's the time. So you see, what causes so if you're born, the Amitabha Pure Land, okay, so like this, like Amitabha Amitabha Pure Land, to Shita, then you need pure morality, otherwise you don't get born. You need pure morality from there. So then the different Pure Land, you see, yeah, so then you need realizations and things like that to be born Pure Land, or like that is not easy. So you see the Amitabha Buddha's Pure Land. Amitabha Buddha's Pure Land. Even the ordinary being who has delusions, even very ordinary being who has delusions, not removed delusions, not realization at all, having ordinary mind delusion. Now you see why they can easily be born Amitabha Pure Land. So that is very much emphasized. Yeah. So the Amitabha Pure Land, the unbelievable, the happiness, but the sense pleasure, but it's not like the Devarium, where you have like that in Europe, but then it becomes cause of attachment, and the unbelievable attachment, and obstacle for renouncing. I mean, so difficult to generate renunciation. Then of course, so difficult to generate bodhicitta. So not like that. In Pure Land, it's not like that. Different. It's not that it's causing to develop delusion. It's not that. So more like that. So even the wish granting trees, and it's just unbelievable, the quality, every sense pleasure there. So all those beauties came from where? Came from the bodhicitta. That's why I forgot the name. Yes, the evolution, yes. All came from bodhicitta. It's visualized that this prayer to happen like that for sentient being. So somebody made some unbelievable prayers and visualized that this to happen for sentient being. So this happened to do that. So the benefits of bodhicitta. So it's like this unbelievable, most unbelievable benefit to sentient being. Enjoy happiness for the sentient being. So then it made it very easy the ordinary beings to be born there. So that the original name of the tools, yeah. But so this, Karaswani, so if you're born there, due to your merit, by miracle power, then from your hand, clouds of offerings, skies of clouds of offerings, you are able to transform from your hand. Then you make offering to Buddha. Then incredible, because this is some for many eons you don't have death. There's no death there. And then the Pure Land. From the Maitreya Buddha, since from Maitreya Buddha, Sangye Moba, into that time, there's a fortunate. There's 1,000 Buddha. There's 1,000 Buddha in the fortunate eon. So, starting from Maitreya Buddha, next Buddha, next Buddha who descended in the world, that shows the 12 deeds like Buddha did. So, up to Mopa, Sanjay Mopa, until that time, the fortunate Buddhas, fortunate time Buddha, whenever they descend in this world, in our world, then the Bodhisattvas, you see, in the Amitabha Pure Land, if you are there, then you come down. With miracle power, you come down this world and make offering to Buddha and then listen Dharma, and then they go back. And you see, they can do like this. And then also, then never hear the age, no freedom to practice Dharma. Is he being born in hell and animal paradise, there's outlined country, the long life God, the world God, and then a heretical being, then no place, where there's no Buddha, never descend to us. So the age, never hear those things. And the sound of the low realms, there's no, don't hear the sound. And then the 3-person's mind, the 5-person's mind, 3-person's mind, the disease and spirit harm. You never hear these things. The enemy, poverty, fight, and quarrel never happen. Then all the suffering, pain, all those, then you never hear. Then you were born in blissful realm. Then everyone practices the peerless ascent, the Mahayana teaching. Then you receive all the happiness and the scented smells, and then winds all the flower rain. From the space. Then you see from the trees and water and lotus and from all those you have one beautiful forms and sound and smell, taste, and water. Then offerings like clouds of offerings, the enjoyment. always, that's it. Then there's no woman in the Pure Land, but there's the offering goddesses. So one beautiful offering goddesses always make offerings, and then there's a bird and trees, which kind of trees, and waters and music. And if you wish to listen, then everything makes a Dharma sound. Every sound is Dharma. Or like that. Then when you don't want to listen, then it stops. And then it happens whatever you like. You know, the weather, warm, cold, whatever you wish, it happens. Exactly according to which everything happens. Then you see, you go to Pure Land. From there, you go to many Pure Land. In the morning, in the evening, you can go to many Pure Land to offering to the Buddhas. Like that, yeah. So, it's unbelievable. So now you see, the cost is on Pure Land, therefore. Thinking of the beauties, thinking of the Kasore, all the unimaginable, all the beauties and then all the qualities of the Pure Land. So think that again. That's one cause to be born there. So you see, when you're dying, so suddenly death happens. So that time, you see, you don't think this world. You think the Pure Land. So, yeah, well, when your doctor says, you're dying, going to die, what are you Pure Land? All the qualities, you see, that's described. So, the mind, then you're not interested here. See what is the suffering. So like that. So that makes very easy mind to shoot there, to burn there. See, that's one. Then another one is you collect so much merit. Everyday life you collect so much merit. You see, what especially with the bodhicitta. So the bodhicitta, then you collect more than sky merit. You see, with the bodhicitta sky. Therefore, you need to start Lamdrim. Without starting Lamdrim, then yeah. So even you try to collect merit, it doesn't become Dharma. It doesn't become virtue. Even you call Dharma, I'm doing Dharma, but not necessarily become pure Dharma. It becomes only Dharma. So you really have to know Lamdrim. Yeah. So you see bodhicitta, then you see the merit felt whom you collect with the motivation that you collect most merit is bodhicitta. The whom you object with whom you collect most merit is the guru. You see then numberless Buddha, and then you see if you have a glass of water or the candy or something there, or you collect more great merit than offering to numberless Buddha, numberless Dhamma, numberless Sangha. And then statues too. Numberless statues, numberless stupa, numberless sculpture. Sing, samba sing. Then the Jungabo material that you most merit, the by the objects, by the phenomena. Sorry, I don't remember now. I have to think because so then you see body and body. Then you see body by living advanced precepts. When you collect merit, for example, when you make offering to the monasteries, nuns, or the even centers, the students, you are making offering. If you take advanced precepts in that day, because it's only for one day, the precepts is all one day. So yes, other the 8 precepts or the 8 minor precepts, the special order. But then you make offering to monastery or the youth center or the student or whatever. So you collect so much merit, unbelievable merit by living the ordination. So like that, you see. So therefore, those who are living in the vow, 5 vow, for example, you live in vow, 1 vow, 2 vow, 3 vow, 5 vow, 8 vow, then even 8 vow, or the Gitu, 33 vows, the Gallon, 250 vows, and then other 360 or 61, 63 or something like that. Anyway, so then you see you collect Catholic merit or making offering Buddha Dhamma Sangha, whatever you say, teaching, giving teaching, whatever, charity, whatever. Unbelievable, so much merit you collect. So I think maybe I left out one, maybe. So in the London is mentioned. So the dedicated to be born Pure Land. You collect so much merit their life, then you be born dedicated to be born Pure Land. All the three. That's the common. Uncommon one is bodhicitta. So practicing bodhicitta, that's the uncommon cause to be born Pure Land. For them, being Maya region, being minus, and then you were born there. There's a particular cause. But you see now, the 3 others, the common cause, but not necessarily all the time the 4 causes, because, for example, if you recite the Amitabha Buddha mantra, all that makes you born Pure Land, Amitabha Pure Land. Then there are other mantras. So easy to born there in the Amitabha Pure Land. The Lama Tsongkhapa mentioned in the Devachika Molam, the prayer to born blissful realm, the Amitabha Pure Land. Shinjo Goje, the opening door of the sublime field. You see, by reciting even just mantras, then it's so easy to born. Then not necessarily all the time 4, but generally there are 4 like this, to be born Pure Land. And then, for example, another one, other advice is, wherever you're going, then you see you are going shopping or pilgrimage or trekking or whatever you're going to, So always think you're going for Pure Land. Amitabha Pure Land, wherever you want to go. within a Pure Land. But see, here Amitabha Pure Land, then you see wherever you're going, I'm going to Amitabha Pure Land. So the mind gets used to, mind gets always used to. So when you die, then very easy to born there. So like that, to get habituated. And then also, that method is your central of the your center the head. So to not touch the door, drawer like this. So the drawer or so like the car, or do not touch this one up there. You see, those also mentioned as a preparation, and then also then any dead human being or insects you see, then you do the power. If you do power, that transcending the conscience in Pure Land, you see, anybody you see dead, and you do power, and that's also preparation. It becomes a preparation for you to be born in Pure Land. So the other one is this prayer. You see, this initiation, it happened to Lama, so he had a vision of the Amitabha Buddha like mountains. Yes, Sakadawa, on the seventh day, he saw a huge Amitabha Buddha in the Genesis and Bhajapani. Many visions one he saw. Then he received the initiation, Amitabha Buddha initiation. This is what I'm doing too. And the actual practice to achieve that. Then he saw Amitabha Buddha again. So he was given through prayer. The true message was given by Amitabha Buddha to keep the dream. So he received the power, or the oral transmission of power from Amitabha. This very sharp, this power transfer. Power means transferring content in the Pure Land. So the best one day. The training in the power retreat is 1 day. Middle one, 2 days. Last one, 3 days. And then if you do the retreat power, then you get the sign. If your visualization is clear, then the crown here gets swollen. Then the blood comes from here, boiled or blood comes from the center. it is said because Retum Dojita, I think Milarepa's disciple, Retum Dojita, in his hymns, it is said, Raji Shokwa Jangshan, if you can stretch out the wings of the mantras, then easy to go to Pure Land. If you do the retreat of this, so I think normally I think that's the year says 3 days, but I think 5 days or something like that. The power, train the power. Buddha said, don't jimbo, Buddha said the great 1,000 or 3,000 galaxies, the Kashuri, 1,000, that's first one. Then like that 1,000, 1,000, that's second 1,000. Then like that 1,000, 1,3rd. Then that's the great 1,000, 3,000. So you completely fill up with the jewels. You totally fill up with the jewels. Then they make charity. That, and then you remember Amitabha Buddha, and then the Pure Land, or the blissful Pure Land, Amitabha's Pure Land. If you generate 1 second, devotion to Amitabha Buddha and blissful Pure Land, Amitabha's Pure Land, then if you put palm together, then merit, you collect so much greater merit. By hearing Amitabha Buddha's name, then you see, you rise to faith, devotion in 1 second. Then you collect unbelievable merit. That becomes small. The great 1,000, 3,000 galaxies, you see, you fill up with the jewels. You fill up with the 7 times jewels. Make charity, so the merit that one becomes so small, then one second rise of faith to Amitabha Buddha and Amitabha Pure Land, so much more. And then you become no returning from enlightenment. Yeah, please repeat. They didn't have time to go through much rest, but so I think there's samsara, all the natural suffering, Or it's like living in the burning fire. Want to recognize samsara and natural suffering, how it's natural suffering. That's like being you. So even each second, it's like unbelievable, like being in the center of the fire, hot red, and being in the center of fire. You see. So like that, you see the iron house. One is fire, totally red. So your body, your naked body is there. So like that. So you can't stand even a second. And so like that. Or like that, like sitting on the tip of needle up. Then you're sitting on the needle, or the thorn bushes. your negative body sitting in the thorn bushes, all like that. So, it's like your body is in the inside the septic tank, all the toilet, all the things like that, all like that. You see, if you recognize samsara, you realize how that's the true suffering, and then all like that. Or that so to be free from that, and it should be bliss state, peace, Lord Nibbana is not that, even not that, and cherishing the I is causes suffering to yourself and causes suffering to numberless sentient beings. To not only some sentient beings, but numberless sentient beings. It is harming from beginningless rebirth to numberless sentient beings. Cherishing the I. So cherishing others, and that brings you to enlightenment. Cherishing others. All the happiness causes all happiness up to enlightenment yourself. Then causes to every single hell beings, hungry ghosts, animals, human beings, sura, asura, numberless sentient beings, your causes all the happiness up to enlightenment. All the happiness, this life, happiness, future lives, happiness, bliss, peace, freedom of samsara, Lord Nibbana, then great Nibbana, enlightenment, you cause all the happiness up to enlightenment through numberless sentient beings, numberless sentient beings. So you have to know that. So cherishing others, if you cherish others, whenever you cherish others, it causes that you're living life in cherishing others. If you live the life cherishing others, what like that, what like that. So now therefore, since all your happiness, past, present, future, all the happiness came from received by the kindness, numberless, helpless, hunger, ghosts, animals, human beings, up to enlightenment, all the happiness you receive from every sentient, past, present, future, all the kind of by taking refuge with the Dhamma Sangha, then frees you from samsara, from the lower realm, frees you from samsara, frees you from lower nibbana. It causes to achieve enlightenment. It causes to you to be free from you to cause sentient beings free from samsara, and bring them to peace, happiness, to enlightenment. So this numberless Dhamma Sangha, where it came from every helpings, every hunger was, every helping, every hunger, every animal, every human being, every sura, every asura, every intermediate, from everyone, every mosquito, every ant, every shells, every chickens, every fish, and so it was so precious, so precious, so precious, so precious, so precious, so kind, so kind, so kind, so kind. And then they all have been your mother from beginningless rebirth, like this person, the mother, beginningless rebirth, sent all every sentence being have been your mother numberless times from beginningless life, and they've been kind, as I mentioned, gave you human body, especially then, protect your life danger from hundreds of danger every day. Then they build so much hardship for you. Then they give education. all that so somebody can do so therefore then you need to free you need to repeat the kindness to them, and you need to free the sentiments from the oceans of samsara suffering causes, and you need to cause of the happiness to numberless sentient beings, and you need to do that by yourself alone. Even though there are numberless Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, but you need to do that alone, because of all that kindness I mentioned earlier, is sending to you, the most dear to you, most precious, most wish-fulfilling to you. So therefore, then they should be freed from all the suffering and bring to enlightenment by yourself alone. For you to that, you must achieve state of omniscience and state of omniscient mind. For that reason, then, to be born in Pure Land, you don't become enlightened this life here. Don't then become born in Pure Land, and then you see here it says, you see, here it says that to achieve enlightenment quickly. So I saw in the teaching, Kiduraga said that. You get born in Pure Land, after that then you become enlightened. He said, the life that you get born in Pure Land, after that then you become enlightened. He said that. So the quick way to achieve enlightenment. So instead of, you see, circling in samsara, experience all the 6 types of suffering, realms, without end, special to achieve enlightenment, for sentiment, to have the sentiment. Oh, okay. So then I'm going to take this Amitabha, the Genshin route, attaining the Pure Land. That was wrong. So there's a prayer commitment. Tijishawa Gombo, the Mavala Charter, Tijishawa with suchness, and Gombo Savior, about the Mavala Charter, limitless light, Buddha, this Amitabha Buddha. Charter is process. That's one. Then next one, the Tijishawa Gombo, Sangye Sabama Charter, and Buddha, Buddha Amitabha, Sangye is Buddha. Sabam means unfathomable like Buddha. Oh, that's, you recite this too, Amitabha Shri. Amitabha Shri, in the Tibetan text is Amitabha Shri, Dewa Shri, but there be a Papanga's text, like in the Chinese way it was Nama Amitabha, Nama Amitabha, Nama is the prostration, Nama Amitabha. So, but I saw the Papanga's text, Om Amitabha. I saw that. Om Amitabha. Shri, I think might be Shri. So there's a Shri, I think silver of the Amitabha Buddha. Namo Ame. In the Tibetan text normally, the common ones, Om Ami Dewa Shri. Dewa Shri. So in the Pamanga text I saw Om Amitabha. there was a she so okay, so then you see, like that on Mala. Then at the end, when you finish, may I be born Pure Land, Amitabha Pure Land. All that. If you recite that, just even if you just that, then no obstacles. Like that eagle, two wings, flying so far, or then like that, you see, you're able to go to our Pure Land without any obstacle. So that's it, okay?